No idea what's going on, guys. The camera's set up, live stream set up, audio's up, just not video. Well, it's going to be a very boring video, guys. I can't do this. No, I can't do the video. I can't do the video. Sorry, I can't do the audio without something on the picture, because it needs to be uploaded as a video afterwards. Yeah, chat amongst yourselves. I don't get this at all. Why do I get audio, no video? It seems incredible. Yeah, audio is great. Cannot switch it to my GoPro, and it won't live stream from my laptop either. Nothing works. My nephew's got his guns and bullets video on his YouTube channel, or he's playing a game or something. Well, this is a first, guys. You don't know how restrained I am, Joanne. I'm about to chuck everything. I will pick up the table, but it's solid concrete and about 2 ton. Oh no, Joanne, I'm not. Oh, I'm the worst. And I'm being attacked by flies as well. It's all going Pete Tong. I've got to use this OBS software, but it's not connecting. It says I'm streaming, but I'm not. It's called OBS. As soon as I connect to the GoPro, it does only sound. So sod the GoPro then. Jesus. Right. Rubbish. This thing connected to this thing to the Mac, and all hell breaks loose. So I don't know what all that was about. But I'm just going to leave you 2 seconds. I'll be back in a sec. Sorry guys, how many have you left? Well, nightmare. So this is probably the best live stream you've ever seen, right? Unbelievable. So, breakfast with Simon turned into riding through a tunnel. Can you hear me? Cheers, Joanne. Don't feel it. Yeah, that's the only song it knows, Bob. So I wanted to show you breakfast in Vietnam, but you know my luck recently. It's not quite gone to plan. So this is my lunch, my breakfast. Scrambled egg on toast. Sorry guys. It was meant to be breakfast with Simon, and got ants in there now. And you to join me for lunch in Australia. And dinner in the States. But what time is it now? Nearly 8 o'clock here. What time is it in your places, guys? Yeah. Bit of a disappointing breakfast, Bob. Sorry, mate. But it's actually a breakfast that I have regularly. You may think I have Vietnamese breakfast in Vietnam, but no. And I haven't got my Yorkshire tea either. I've got, you can see that, upside down, Dilmah. There's a bit of a lag on here when I see my video. It's lagging. Is it lagging for you? I don't know. But Dilmah is probably the next best tea in Vietnam. Yeah. Well, my belly doesn't miss the hospital food, David. Honestly, con bin san is great, but they have 3 different types of suon, which is pork ribs. They had a spicy one, a normal one, and one other. And they had chicken on the bone. They had eggs, which were kind of like an omelette, but mixed in with mince. And that was quite a meaty dish in itself. So it was basically all meat. There was titlon, which was pork mince, and also. Well, sometimes they had shrimps on, and sometimes they had spring rolls on, which is meat and seafood, if you like. But then they had a little bit of vegetable, and I won't go into detail about what it did to me for the week. But without the vegetables, it kind of messed me up for a week. So, and also with Nat as well. And to think they had only con bin san for prenatal and postnatal women seems a bit strange, but that was the food. We tended to eat in the room rather than because we had after the first night we took it away because we were there with the baby. So what happened, guys? On the Thursday we went to the Tai Binh Nam Dinh border, and we had to do a test on the border to get into the next province. So it seems that's what's happening now. You have to go into you have to be tested to go, between provinces. So we thought we'd go Thursday. Friday was 39 weeks. So we thought that was ideal. Will was born on 39 weeks and 2 days, I think. So we weren't banking on it being the same, but we just thought we'd do go there a day early, have the night there, then the next day go into the operation room because she was having cesarean and get it all done. But we did a test on the border. I have got a little video of the actual thing. I was going to do it as a shorts video, but in the end I just stuck it on in the hospital video, just in screen, video in video, because it wasn't that great footage. I was using my phone, which is a Vietnamese cheap phone. So we got tested, got negative tests, me, Nat, and the driver. So we paid for him to get the test, and then we got to the hospital. And after messing around, we weren't too happy with it in the beginning because we were getting messed around. Not messed around as such. We felt as if we should be like checking into a hotel, and the check-in process was quite difficult. We went into one room, which was the VIP 2 room. I didn't show that in the video because, again, that was using my phone and it wasn't good footage. So the VIP 2 room was 2 single beds. Now Nat wanted 2 single beds. so she didn't have me bothering her, knocking into her or whatever through the night. And the 2 single beds were in this room. It was just quite a small room, but we noticed there was no cot. And I thought, well, it's a maternity hospital, where's the cot? But in Vietnam, kids sleep with the parents till they're teenagers nearly. So, you know, Nat's mum gets really upset or worried when we put Will in his own room after a year, I think, in his cot. She was like, well, no, you need to be in your room till you're 26 or something. I said, well, no, he needs to be in his own cot in his own room. I don't know how long it is meant to be, but we thought a year was enough. And so we thought a cot in the room would be ideal, but it wasn't to be. So we asked them, and they said the next room up, VIP 1, was with a cot. So we went up to VIP room, and as soon as I saw the room, it was massive. And you saw the room on the video in Travel Agent Hanoi. If you haven't seen that video, do click on the Travel Agent Hanoi link channel, and you'll see that's the latest video. For some of you guys that have not, Bob, I don't think you've seen that channel. So have a look at that video, and you'll see the room. It's huge. I mean, it's got the typical table and chairs, solid wood, absolutely beautiful workmanship, really good solid furniture. And you've seen it, Joanne, probably on your travels, and David, you've seen it, Kathy. The furniture is amazing, and it was just such a nice looking room. It was certainly better than the first one. And the problem, it had a double bed, so it had one bed, but it had a cot. And I thought, having a cot for the baby after, you know, the first few hours and days is pretty vital. So we paid a little bit extra for that room to have the cot, and lo and behold, guess what? She wouldn't go in the cot. So after all that messing about, she didn't even use it. I think we put her in it a couple of times, but as soon as we put her down, she wanted to get out. So nightmare. So we got into the room and we went down, had some lunch. I didn't film that bit, but then we had our dinner later on, and then it was about 8:30, and Nat's waters broke, and we were like, oh right. Timing was perfect. So we were in the room settled, and she was basically ready to go. She was ready to come out. So we legged it down to the room, and she went in, and I didn't see her again till the morning. I didn't know I could go in or not because there was other women in there in the recovery room. But our baby girl was born at 9:30 p.m. on Thursday evening. So if we'd have left it one more day, we'd have been rushing around like madmen and women, and it would have been an absolute nightmare. So yeah, definitely hard work sitting on those chairs, Kathy. But yeah, so basically the timing was right. So I spent the evening in the room wondering what's going on. I was getting phone calls all over the place in Vietnam from her family. I couldn't answer because I can't speak to them, and I didn't know when I send them pictures or video or anything because I didn't know if Nat had seen her yet. So that was kind of a bit strange, but it got to a point where they were ringing. I just thought, I'll just send it, and I sent it to my mum, my auntie Lynn, my cousins, my brothers, just immediate family. And then the next morning, 7:30, I was allowed to go and see her, and there's like 12, I think it was about 12 women on beds in a recovery room, and they have to stay in there for about 12 hours overnight. Some of them overnight, some came in during the day and went later on at night. But so that was quite interesting to see. I mean, the ladies all just laid there, you know, and the doctors popping in and out. There was like 6 or 7 nurses and doctors and things at the end of the room. So it was all pretty good. I was quite impressed with it. Just one or two things that I would have thought would have been included. like clothes for the baby when she was born. We had to provide those with. We had them provided at the last hospital with my son when he was born at Tam Ang. That was a brand new hospital. It cost twice as much, and it actually, it was a far superior hospital. Let me finish this. Right, breakfast with Simon done. Yeah, so clothing wasn't really supplied for. In the bathroom in the room, there was no toilet paper. There was no like shower gel, shampoo, or any sort of soap, or any towels. It was just basically the room. There was no tea and coffee. There's no minibar. Obviously, this is not a hotel, but though we weren't expecting a minibar. We weren't expecting tea and coffee, I suppose, but we were expecting toilet roll. We brought our own towels, so that was not a problem. But little things like Nat needed to have something taken off, like for her urine, whatever, her bag, and she had to go down and get it taken out rather than they come up and get it. Things like that. It was just different. And she had that got taken out in the room. But the actual painkillers that were embedded in her back, she had to walk down and get that done. I don't know whether it's just to get women moving after cesarean, or to get them active. Maybe that's the case, to get them exercise. But there was little things that we thought were I didn't have anything to compare it with back in the UK. It was all to do with comparing with Tam Ang in Hanoi, but that was just a superb hospital. Everything was included. So there's just little things that weren't included. But again, nothing against the hospital. The hospital was great. Staff were great, and the price was, it was about half at least. So that was a good thing. So, cup of tea. Hey, chú ơi. Xem rồi hả? Em gái á? Okay. That was the uncle walking past. He's not seen the baby yet, so he should come and see her. So lack of photos and videos of baby is because of the number one person in the family, my wife. She doesn't want to distribute that all over social media and things. She hates it. She doesn't understand this YouTube. I've been doing it over a year for the other channel, but she's not interested in doing that. So sorry guys, you won't get to see her yet. You might get to see her a little bit later one of these days. So first month celebration, possibly. I don't know how they do it in Vietnam. I can't remember what we did with Will. I don't think it was there was anything really, but I think the first month celebration will be when the brother-in-law can come back, because he's stuck in Hanoi. He works in construction, so he's actually not able to get out of Hanoi. People can't get into Hanoi. They can't get through those toll booths. They're just not letting them through, I think, unless you've got a specific reason. For us, going from Nam Dinh to Tai Binh, it was not a problem, but from anywhere else into Hanoi, it's a very big problem. There's over 2,000 COVID cases now, so maybe so, mate. I don't know. If there's a party to be done and my brother-in-law's involved, it'll happen. I'm telling you, he does like a party. He does like a celebration, especially when he works away a lot, and you don't see him for weeks and weeks. His family don't see him for weeks and weeks, and he lives in a small room in Hanoi, and he's like a supervisor or manager of a construction team. So he basically tells everyone what to do, and he's sat on his computer doing drawings and that, CAD drawings. So he definitely needs a party. So I'm sure he'll set one up. I'll get the beers in. The rice wine's already here. That's already a done thing in a Vietnamese village. Everyone's got the rice wine. So yeah, so that could possibly be a party. I don't know whether I'll be allowed to video it though. Yeah, Nat's not happy with it, with Will being on there either. So I've done a couple of videos with Will, but she's not too happy about that. So the problem with these tea bags, you know, I'm such a tight wad. I keep the tea bag in there so I can get more tea out of it. But you can do that with Yorkshire tea, but you can't do it with Dilmah. So 1 second, I'm going to have to go and get another tea bag. Hopefully that video is caught up. Right, another tea bag. That is a big delay. That must be about 5, 6, 10 seconds. So the plan was to do like a breakfast with me kind of video every week. I'll get onto the bad news soon. We've become I enjoy doing the bike rides on a Sunday. Well, actually, I do the bike rides another day. You know, creators timing and all that. We do the video earlier, but I publish it on a Sunday morning, and I quite enjoy sitting here and chatting to you guys by live chat, although it's different than now. But I just wanted to do maybe a live stream of me sitting here, and I can only, because I haven't got 1,000 subscribers, I can't do it mobile like on Travel Agent Hanoi channel. I can do that mobile and riding around. I can do a live stream there, but I just wanted to do a live stream for Vietnam Village Life, and I have to do it via the laptop, or if it works, the GoPro, when I can get that connected up right. So I have to sit here. So basically the scenery isn't the greatest that way, but at least I can chat to you and I don't have to type. I can see you. Hi Thomas, nice to join us, mate. We had a bit of an issue earlier, so there's about 7 minutes of tunnel darkness. Yeah, so what I was thinking of doing was this, like a Sunday morning breakfast with Simon live stream kind of thing. But what I wanted to do is bring you Vietnamese dishes from the market or wherever, you know, made or whatever you like. And so that's what the idea was. But of course, the market hasn't been open for 2 days, and so that's another problem I had. So I did scrambled egg on toast, which is my usual breakfast anyway, but every Sunday I could do a Vietnamese breakfast because we normally have a roast dinner in the afternoon, so I don't need to eat as much. Nice one, Thomas. Cheers, mate. It is midweek, Thursday. I wanted to do it midweek first because I have some news to tell you about around this area. So I wanted to try and get as many of you guys on board, but I know midweek's a bit difficult. But I didn't want to wait till Sunday because I hadn't done a video recent. Well, I did the loofah video, but that was just a 5-minute thing. So I wanted something decent to show you, talk to you about. So I'll get to it. The bad news is COVID is here, unfortunately. It's 2 villages down where the Bia Hoi is. It's next to the village, which the village is actually Nat's sister and brother-in-law's village, and so they're locked down now. They cannot leave. Nobody can go in. It's funny because Nat's niece, Hua, she's actually going to be working for us in the future. She's learning English and she's learning tourism at university, so it's going to stay in the family, the business. So she was here to see the baby, and she went back on Nat's other sister's bike to the village, and she was going to bring him back in the morning. But since the evening and the morning, the whole village has been locked down, so now her other sister's not got a bike to go to the factory, so she's had to jump on the back of her other bike or borrow our bike and stuff like that. So yeah, unfortunately, it's far too close for comfort. It's here, and we don't know whether it's a first-person case, like who's actually got it, or somebody's been in contact with somebody who's got it. But you know what it's like, this Delta. If it's the Delta variant, it's just going to spread like wildfire, and we're sort of kind of a bit worried now. So now we're staying in. I'm going to Nam Ding to do the shopping and coming back, and that's not doing any of that. But Nam Ding's pretty safe. But we're kind of, always wearing masks wherever we go anyway. So we're hoping it's better. Yeah, and also it's actually where I walk past to do my walk for the marathon. By the way, guys, if you haven't yet donated to the charity, it's the 42-kilometer marathon walk, if you haven't already heard about this, and I'll be doing that on the 19th of September. The walk is for a Blue Dragon Children's Foundation, which is helping children, girls, women who are trafficked to China for prostitution, marriage and slavery, and also street kids. But also now with the COVID fourth wave, it's affecting a lot of families. So they're giving out food parcels to the families in Hanoi and around in the local area, out in the sticks, in those areas as well. So if you haven't yet donated, guys, please hit the link in one of my videos. I'll try and find the link for you, and I'll stick it up on here. Even if you just donate $1, that's fine, guys. It's not how much you donate, it's actually donating. So I'll give you the link now. I think I'm up to $850 now, so that's pretty good. My brother, he's such a flash get. He sent £100. David Nguyen, your reign at the top has been smashed by my brother. He donated £100. He's loaded. He is. He's money bags, we call him. He's in charge of networks across Europe, internet and stuff like that. I actually got him the job in the beginning, and I left that business, that kind of work, and he carried on and ended up. He's now a partner, I think, of some technology firm, tech firm. Loaded. Got bloody Range Rovers and all sorts, Big house in Derbyshire, Glossop, just on the edge. Huge house. So he's lovely. He's sent £100. Beat you by $38. Yeah, there, mate. So I've noticed on the Blue Dragon website that they show how many donators, and how much has been donated. And I think there's 120 or 130 fundraisers. Go for it, mate. You can add to it if you want. There's a since the Olympics have been on, there's got gold, silver and bronze medal positions, and I was in bronze position for donations to the fund. So I was third, but now I have to double check where I am now. I don't think I am now. I think I'm fourth or fifth. So let's have a look. Top fundraisers. Ooh, I'm fifth. So there's four at the top. One's £1,283, $1,988, $1,771, $1,295, and then me at $850. But I think there's somebody on. Yeah, somebody's got $1,100 there and $980. So I don't know why I'm not up there. I'm not down that far, but yeah, I'm 5th, so I need at least another $1,000 to get onto the leaderboard, to get in the bronze medal position. I need to really smash it to get the gold medal, but I mean, it doesn't matter how far up the board I go, as long as we can get as much money as we can with the funds that we get raised. So yeah, it's a good cause, so if you can, US stimulus money backing me up, nice one. Need 2 tea bags in me tea. Ridiculous. I mean, there's tight and then there's tight. I'm getting as much tea out of these bags as possible. Nice one, Kathy. I know you've got some funds. You've got some donations already. I saw in your message. And the video that I put up, the hospital, on the other channel. For those who don't know, I put it up as unlisted because it needs to check it out with monetization and things like that. And for some reason, Kathy was able to see it. I was shocked when I got a comment saying how nice the place looked. I thought, it's not even published. I didn't understand. So I don't know how you got there, Kathy, but I think it's happened once before. My Cambodian mate saw my Phu Quoc video. So I don't know what's going on there, but I had to remove it anyway because I wanted to edit it and add a little bit, like the testing scene at the border. So I added that little bit. So I re-uploaded it yesterday and then just put it up the same day that you saw it anyway, so it didn't matter. But yeah, so back to the village life, and basically that village is now in lockdown for 2 weeks. That started Monday, so that's been a few days already. So I'm not sure what's going to happen after that. I suppose everybody's been tested to make sure everyone's negative, but I think, Joanne, you say, how many tests do you get? 3, is it? Or 4 before they deem you safe. So they'll probably do the same with this village. So it could be a month in lockdown, and that's really tight up against the time I will be walking down that way. If I can't walk down that way, I'll have to figure out a different route. There are plenty of places to walk down by the river and through rice fields and villages. So okay, 3. So yeah, so it could be 2 weeks, could be 3 weeks, could be a month. So, but still keep donating, guys, if you can. Those of you who haven't, and thank you to those guys who already have. That's brilliant. But yeah, so this was kind of a new. I'll have to tell my brother that you're beating him then. Another $100, mate. That's brilliant. Thanks, David. I'll get my brother. I've also played my my other brother on, the brother who paid £100 on donation. We have a WhatsApp group, Brothers Worldwide, because one brother's in Glossop, I'm in Vietnam, and the other brother's in Shanghai. And so basically we chat to each other when my brother in Shanghai can actually get on WhatsApp because they block it. So I actually thanked my brother in Glossop for the £100 donation and said to my other brother in Shanghai, you're not going to let money bags out, do you, are you, mate? So I haven't heard a reply yet. So, but he's a industrial designer, and he's involved in some mega million projects. So I've got 2 brothers who are going to be, one's loaded and one could be absolutely mega loaded, and then there's me, skint. But don't feel sorry for me too much. We living in a lovely place on very little. I mean, that house that I showed you in the village walk through a couple of weeks ago, I just saw that yesterday. It's all painted, so I'm gonna go and revisit that house and maybe hopefully try and get a walk around it before the owners move in, obviously. But or just get to show you the outside of it. That was the one that was 3 billion, which is £100,000. Now our house, as you know, is a little box, 45 square meters, and it cost us about $10,000. It's the yellowish one, not the green one. That's the kitchen for the the family's house. So basically, yeah, cheap living, keeps us going. We did make a few quid with the travel agency over the few years, 2 or 3 years actually, before we started making any money. I've been doing this since 2014, but actually didn't start earning anything. I was losing in the first 2 years. I think 2017 we started making a little bit, and 2018 was when we started making more. 2019 was good, and then that's what happened. 2020, bang, pandemic, zero. So we saved a bit, and Nat is very good at saving, so she puts that in the bank. But we, yeah, we're just living. She's actually put packages of money aside for supermarket, food, this, that, and the other. And if I go over, she has a go at me. So she's very good with the money. So we are managing. But I've got other ideas for the travel agency business anyway. Something that might you guys might be interested in. I'm going to do some kind of virtual tours whereby you pay a set fee and you all join in with a live stream somehow, and I show you locations around Vietnam, North Vietnam. So if you are interested in that, give us a thumbs up on the thing there. It's something it's not going to be expensive. It's just something that I'd like to try and develop. I've got the domain now. It's actually virtualtoursvietnam.com. So I'm gonna develop that. Oh, David, I think you're rich. You're our money bag. I think you're the new money bags. Thank you, mate. That's unbelievable. $150. Thank you so much. That is outrageous. That is brilliant. That's pump. You did that on purpose. I know you did, because you knew I was at 850, so it's at 1,000. Thanks, David. That's awesome. Well, you'll get a shout out in the next video. That's for sure. You all will actually. It's kind of I'm blown away by the generosity of some people. It's unreal. So I'm really, really happy. Thanks, David. Thanks, Joanne. Thanks, Thomas. Thanks, guys. Kathy, I know you're coming up with the donations in Canada there, and that's going really well. Did you know you can actually join as a team? I don't know how we do this, but you can join as a team, so we could all maybe club together and make a big team, all walking for Blue Dragon. But maybe that's another video. Yeah. Have you got one of those phones like on what's the movie with Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson? The models. He's got that tiny mobile phone, hasn't he, with an antenna on it. Is that how big your phone is, that, David? Yeah, brilliant. Well, thanks a lot, David. That's awesome. Yeah, the up to $1,000 now. So I mentioned this before, I think, but I've got 3 guys who paid. Karsten is one of them. I'm forgetting Louis and Gary, I think. They've paid already. 6 months ago, was it? When I was intending to go to Hanoi and do a walk around of the charity facilities and talk to the owner, the fundraiser and that, and the third and fourth wave made this impossible. So they've already given a donation, so that will be added to the fund. So I'll probably shoot up the rankings a bit, because that's about, what was it now? I think it's about $300. So I think I'm up to around $1,300 now. So that should be, yeah, I think maybe 4th place, maybe even 3rd. Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks, David. Yeah, I mean, people who can't come, I've got that spare cash lying around. It's an impossible situation at the moment, and I've just had a video through from a friend of mine in Australia, Tim. He said that he sent the video. I saw it last night, but I was trying to get some sleep before she woke up. There's some doctors said that this Delta variant is completely different to the original, and so these I don't know the ins and outs. I haven't watched the video or anything, so who knows what's going to happen with this damn thing. So, hey Dave, nice one, mate. Oh, thanks, mate. That's brilliant. So we've got the Americans on board, we've got the Canadians on board, we've got the Australians on board. It's only the Brits, my own country. I couldn't fit you guys in at this time because it's about 2:30 in the morning over there. And if I was 20 years younger, all my mates would have been online coming in from the pub. But now I'm a respectable, responsible adult parent, 2 kids. I don't do that drinking till after the clock in the morning. I used to do it in Hanoi. Used to go to the beer highs and come back at 2 o'clock in the morning, and Nat was dead happy. No, this was a long time ago, before even we had the travel agency. So after that, though, it changed when we had to work 15, 16 hours a day in the office in the old quarter. That was not good for going out all night. So we could be reaching. Now I've got some ideas of how to generate during the live stream. Now the live stream is going to be on Travel Agent Hanoi, because I can't do mobile live stream on Vietnam Village Life unless you can get me up to 1,000 subscribers before the 19th of September. Now it would take a couple of weeks after that anyway, but if you can get me to 1,000 subscribers as fast as possible, then I could do the live stream with Vietnam Village Life, which is where I would like to do it, because that's where most of the loyal supporters are, and it is in the village. But because I can't do that, I'm putting it on Travel Agent Hanoi, which is kind of linked with the Children's Foundation anyway. We have a link on their site because we do sponsor a young family in Dien Bien on the west coast, west side of Vietnam. So the link is there because we're donate every month. But yeah, so I'll live stream it, and I'm thinking of ideas of how to get donations while I'm on the walk. Now there are a few ideas. One of my mates said wear a wig. I was thinking fancy dress, but I might not bother with going with that. I'm no clown. But I'm also thinking of adding weight to my bag. For every $100 extra I get on the trip, I'll add an extra, I don't know, 1 kilogram, something like that. Also, if I'm fit enough, not quite there yet, but with that week in the hospital, there's also an idea of running 1 kilometer, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers if I get a certain amount of money coming in. So that could be another incentive for people to do. That could be a way of generating more funds. If when we do go live, you guys could share it to all your social media, all your contacts that will be interested. Just send that link out and send it to everybody you can, and get as many people to join in on the live stream. Join me in my struggle to walk 42 kilometers. I was also thinking about increasing it from 42 kilometers to my age of 50 kilometers. So that, because it's my 50th year, that could be rather apt. Whoa, nice one, Joanne. Thanks very much. That's awesome. Wow. Yeah, $50. You know, it's going crazy now. I'm really glad I did this live stream. I stuck to it. I mean, the video is going to go up on YouTube after this, and people are going to sit there and go, "What's this?" It's just 7 minutes of darkness and no talking. So the video won't do very well, but at least the live stream, I'll keep the live stream going longer. Yeah, thanks very much, John. That's brilliant. Yeah, a wig. I don't know. I've done a performance when I was in the Falkland Islands years ago, 1997, not 1982, like some people keep asking me. And I was 11, so no, not in the conflict. I was there for 4 months as a radar technician, and basically keeping the radar up and running, or I was trying to keep the radar up and running on the mountain site, which was the furthest south RAF base in the world. So we were on the site, and there was times where we would invite people from the main part of the island, which was Mount Pleasant Airfield, which is down at the bottom, MPA, and that's beer holiday allowance stairs. Down in the main part was where most of the people were. There was only about 35 people on the mountain. I had a few civilian engineers from Scotland who dealt with the generators and all the heavy stuff, and we had the rest of us were at Royal Air Force, and we had one Army Royal Signals guy. Now he would do all the telecommunications, and so we had nurses, we had chefs, we had admin, we had technicians. I mean, it was mainly for our site, was for us, for the radar, and we would fix any problems with it. So we had lots of different people on there. So there was only 35 people on there, so it gets a bit boring sometimes. So we did performances. So what we'd do, we'd go down to the MPA and invite girls mainly to the mountain for free food, free beer, booze, all sorts, and a free night. And it's basically off their part of the island, and they enjoyed doing live stream a 7-minute eclipse. Good idea. I could title it like that, or I could just put in the video timestamp to 7 minutes. Start of video 7 minutes. Nice one. 1073. That's brilliant. That was 850 this morning earlier. That's great. In an hour we've done 200 and something. That's excellent. Yeah, so back to the MPA, we were down there inviting people up to the mountain, and we put on a performance. So basically it was just a performance of acts. We had one guy who was pretending to be a chef. He actually chopped his finger off in the performance. That was funny. Not for him. He was getting treated by the nurse, or the doc as we call him, as he was still performing the performance. We actually did the Spice Girls, and my mate, Steve, he was Scary Spice, and now Steve is he was a power lifter for the RAF. Huge. I used to train with him in the gym, and you always try to train with somebody bigger and stronger than you, because it makes you bigger and stronger. Try to anyway. And so he was blacked out. He probably wouldn't get away with it now. He was all blacked out with boot polish, and he was in a shorts. Oh my God, it just looked ridiculous. And I was in there. What was I? Can't remember what I was now. No, actually, I wasn't in that group. I wasn't the Spice Girl. He was in the Spice Girls. There was 5 of them. Sporty, scary, posh, whatever. What I had to wear a wig. I'm getting to this. I had to wear a wig because we were doing Bohemian Rhapsody. Now, if you've seen the video, it's basically 4 guys in the dark with the light shining on them. So what we did, we were on the mountain site, and the mountain is built with the actual site is built with ISO containers. So there's no windows. There's only 3 windows, and one in the officers' mess, sergeant's mess, and one in the dome. And basically it's pitch black. As soon as you switch the lights off, pitch black. So what happened was we'd switch the lights off, and we'd wheel on this clothes horse with a blanket with 4 holes cut in the blanket, and we stuck our heads through the holes. So I was at the bottom. We had the girl who was only little. She sat on top of me, kneeling on top of me. She had her head in that one. And then we had 2 guys here who had their heads through there. And we had torches, and we sang the Bohemian Rhapsody song. And I had to wear this wig. I actually had to wear black tape all the way down because my arms were showing. So I had black tape, and getting that off later was funny. So this is what I did on the Falklands, and basically we sang the whole, and Bohemian Rhapsody is about, was it 7 or 8 minutes long? And I actually sang it. I couldn't believe I actually sang it, but the music was going on, and you know the beginning of the Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's pitch black until that final dit, and then I put the torch on and show my face, and the whole crowd was just about 50 of them, were absolutely bad laughing. So that was my last time I wore a wig. So it could be an opportunity. I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, I tell you what, guys, my battery's running out on my laptop. Why not? I mean, everything else goes wrong. Plenty of time. Yeah. Bloody hell. I'm no singer. I think I've done karaoke a couple of times, and in Germany, when I lived there in Frankfurt, we used to go to the Irish bar every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, without fail, unless I was on night shift or on call. But actually, when I was on call, I'd probably pop down there as well. Just have my phone with me, get the phone directed to my mobile. Bad lad. Getting a phone call from somebody who wants their server resetting or something. Yeah, I'll be there in just a second. Yeah, right. Get the bus. Get back. It was only a couple of kilometres away, but it was far enough to. Yeah. Oh, there was a bit of a delay getting in. There was a problem with the lock on the door. Yeah. It's all good now. Yeah. Okay. Dankeschön. Bitteschön. Wiedersehen. All that. So yeah. I don't even have a wig. I've actually. Well, you can make one, can't you? I don't know what I can make it out of. Got loads of stuff hanging around. But yeah, the extra weight or the wig. The movies, sing only soundtracks of movies. Yeah, I tell you what, I'm not singing. No way. There'll be people clicking off. I'm like a social hand grenade. Throw me in, and everyone just dives out of the way. No way. I'll do something else extra, perhaps adding weight or wear a wig or something. But it depends how much is donated, I suppose. But I could do the bike thing where I mention a movie in my talk, and if you manage to get it, then I don't know. You donate? No, it doesn't work, does it? I've still got to get that live streaming worked out as well, because it didn't work too well on the first attempt. Having it unlisted and not published while I was walking an hour and a half. Oh, I was fuming on that one. Absolutely fuming, because I sent Joanne the link, and Joanne said, "Oh, I can't see you." And then I saw it. It's got that little like an oval shaped icon to show it's unlisted. Gutted, absolutely gutted. So I'll have to do another attempt at that. And also, yeah, I mean, doing the 42 kilometers is going to be good enough. But I think if I can get up to a certain amount, maybe let's say $3,000, I'll do 50 kilometers or something like that. I don't know yet. It's not set in stone. But David, don't start pressing buttons. Don't go mad. You need some money for yourself, mate. So it's something I've been thinking about actually on the day that could generate more funds and actually get me in that gold medal position. It doesn't stop until, it doesn't even stop after the event. People can still donate. So it's not even all about before the event or during the event. It's after the event as well. So yeah, but I promise. Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to promise anything yet, Joanne, because I know it's all down on video. Biodegradable wig for 1 kilometre and toss it in a field. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, we've got enough. What have we got? We've got loads of plants that could be used. I could go looking like a camouflage soldier. Nobody would see me coming. Cheers, David. It also depends on the weather. I was going to make a t-shirt with the logo for Blue Dragon, logo Travel Agent Hanoi, and on the back, perhaps on the front, depending on where people can see it, because the Vietnamese won't know what the hell I'm doing. Put on there that I'm working for Blue Dragon Children's Foundation. If you wish to donate 1,000 dong, 2,000 dong, 5,000 dong, please do so. Stick it in my backpack or whatever. And also, I wanted to try and get the kids to follow me through their village, just from one end to the other and then let me go and go on to the next village, a bit like Rocky when the kids are running after him. But that would have been quite good footage for the live stream, seeing the local people. I was going to set off early, 5 a.m. To beat the sun, but in September it's going to be wet, so I'm thinking it's going to actually chuck it down, so I'll probably be wearing a raincoat, so the t-shirt idea probably won't work, so I have to think of something. But yeah, so how are you guys anyway? Enough about me. What are you guys doing at the moment? I know, Joanne, you're just ending a lockdown, quarantine at home. Kathy, are you guys all working? David, what do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? Are you owner of Amazon or something? But you know, there's some guys out there doing that are retired as well, so that'll be the day. With this pandemic going on, I'm not sure that I think that retirement age is pushed further away. I think I'm dragging these tea bags out a bit. Okay, so what I think I'll do is I'll call it a day. I'll just maybe finish this tea, see how things are going, see what people want to say. What's that one? Oh yeah, Kathy, you're agreeing with Joanne for me to sing. No chance. No chance. Right, okay. Fiberglass. Oof. When did you start wearing masks and for working with fiberglass? I bet that was. Do you have problems now with it? Because I know people back in the UK that work with fiberglass. Didn't. Was it fiberglass? What am I thinking? Is it fiberglass? No, I'm thinking of something else, aren't I? Am I thinking of something else? Oh, I've lost it today. Dave, retired from John's Manville. Okay. Kathy, Bob is retired from paper mill and I'm still crafting and making face masks. Nice one. That was another idea of mine. I've got some merchandise I want to try and sell online as well, but that's taken a while to get set up. Oh, that's good. Yeah, they don't really wear masks actually working here, but they wear masks going on a motorbike. So I actually saw it though the other day on a walkthrough that the guy was actually wearing a mask and goggles, chopping metal. I was quite surprised because they'll wear it out on the bikes, but they won't wear it in the workplace. IT, data management, dismissed from Apple. Oh, so you used to work for Apple. Nice one. Oh yeah, that was. I got the company face mask down in Ho Chi Minh. I got a couple of T-shirts made, which was the Travel Agent Hanoi T-shirts. I'm still trying to work on a logo for Vietnam Village Life. If any of you have got any ideas, that'd be great. So I'd like to get some face masks for Vietnam Village Life. But yeah, the company face mask for Travel Agent Hanoi, that's pretty good. That they ran out of white, and I'm glad they did because the black looks a lot better with the logo on it. I changed the colour to white. I think it was the boat to be able to see it. But I got a few T-shirts done, like the collared one and two round neck ones. But all three of them are like this thick. I don't know why they chose thick T-shirt material. I really don't. It's like this. This is pretty thick. They've got like other sizes, but the maximum size really was that white one I wear, and that was pretty tight fitting. One of them was just square and just doesn't look good at all. So sizes here in Vietnam are not very good. So the T-shirts for that would be no good. So I do have a printing service online. I'm trying to get the website up and running. If you have a look at HanoiTravelAgency.com, which is another domain we own. I've got our day tours and some packages on there, but I've also got the merchandise. Now the merchandise it's not working just yet, so don't click and buy anything just yet, David. Keep those buttons off, fingers off those buttons. There's a selection of t-shirts on there that are photos of my time around Vietnam, and it's sort of, you know, done in a different aspect, a little change, black and white, and some designs look okay, but have a look, see what you think, and give me some feedback on that. It's hanoitravelagency.com. I'll put it on here, and if you scroll down through the bump at the beginning, you'll see merchandise, and you can have a look at see what's on there. And there is a mask on there that I quite like, which is, if you've been to Hue, you may have been to the Kai Ding tombs, mausoleum and that, and it's one of my favourite places. It reminds me of the terracotta warriors in China, in Xi'an. Well, I went there, that blew me away. I didn't want to leave. Xi'an is just unbelievable. It's just a fantastic place, especially with the wall as well. I actually ran the wall, which bloody miles, idiot. But the terracotta warriors in Xi'an are awesome. But these guys in Kai Ding tomb in Hue are just as good, and I got loads of video and photos, and I put like a close-up of one of the soldiers on the mask, so if you see that, you'll see the mask. It looks quite cool. I think it looks cool. Probably looks crap, but have a look, see what you think, and maybe it's something that you'd be interested in buying. I don't know. Ah, right, yeah. So it's an idea that's going around. I mean, these iconic places like the Red Bridge of Huan Kim and the Turtle Monument, and also the Long Bien Bridge, things like that. I've got others there as well. And there's Kai Ding, there's Hue, there's Ninh Binh, Hanoi, Sapa. Even Bakar, even, you know, bits on there that I'm working on. I say working on. I'm trying to work on, but it's taken a while to get things set up, shipping costs and things like that, and the website, and getting the printing t-shirt company set up with the website and all that. And I'm getting all confused. I used to be a technician. I'm absolutely useless now. I can't do anything. Can't even get a live stream going. So. But I do. These are little income streams I'm hoping to develop over the time. It may only bring a couple of quid in, but it's something that will pay for, let's say, nappies, or pay for milk, pay for a domain. And I do have some guys that are actually contributing to our channel through Buy Me a Beer, which is brilliant. Thanks, guys. David has donated, and Karsten is donating $15 a month. He must be money bags as well. He's in Australia. I'm not sure if he's online today, but your Mac will sleep unless plugged into a power outlet. 1 second. Plugged in. Right, more power. Whew. Well, you do know that years ago we used to have video recorders. I don't know how old you are, David, but video recorders were a science. Getting them to tape a channel program at a certain time required a 9-year-old to do rather than a 30-year-old. They had, yeah. Oh, you needed a degree in something. I don't have a degree. I joined the Air Force at 18, so probably why I'm thick as pig, S-H-I-T. I've got to be careful nowadays. The YouTube are asking if my videos are ad safe. I mean, this doesn't have adverts because it's not monetized, but they do ask you if it's safe. There's no swearing. I know some channels they thrive on it, but this one won't. It was funny because there were two types of VCRs, weren't there? There was the Betamax and the VHS. Now, the Betamax was the first one. We had a top loader. It was this big, huge thing with piano keys to play, and it was huge. You know, you press eject and the tape thing come up here. And then we had the VHS where you slot it in from the front, and it was more electronic than mechanical for the buttons. But when I used to go to my nana's, bless her, she says, "Oh, those videos, have you got one of those BMX things?" Not the Betamax, BMX. That's about right, Nana. So yeah, so the thanks, Kathy. That would be great. There are little income streams that I'm trying to think, because no idea for, obviously I'm Vietnam Village Life here, but I'll talk about our business a little bit. There's no business, and with this Delta variant and the slow vaccination progress here, I have no idea when we're going to be able to invite people over to have holidays with us, you know. It could be another year, it could be another 2, who knows? I really don't know. So I've got to think of new ways of generating an income, and the virtual tours is one of them. I'll go around and there is an idea that's quite funny. The Faroe Islands did one last year. They basically did live streaming, and people could control the person with the camera. So basically I'd walk around with the camera and you control. You say, oh, go left here, go right here, jump, jump, jump. I won't add that, but I will add like for example, Joanne and Thomas and you guys have been to Vietnam. Thomas, you were here, but been to Vietnam, and sorry Thomas, you're not here. Those guys that have been here know places and want to see them again, and they recognise a street, then I can be walking down the street and there'll be a little alley and say, oh, turn right. So I'll turn right, and I'll basically do a bespoke walking tour. That'll be paid, obviously. So I'm looking at trying to do that. So if, again, guys, if you're interested in that would be awesome. It wouldn't be on YouTube because the link would be visible to everyone. So it would be another platform of such, or maybe a live stream to you only. It's kind of an idea I've had for a while. I just haven't been able to do anything because Hanoi's closed down a few times now. So and I'm out in the sticks. But another idea I've got is actually doing, instead of just doing the popular cities like Hanoi and Da Nang and Hue and Ho Chi Minh, I'm going to maybe do some cities in the north like Nam Dinh, Tai Binh, Tai Nguyen, things like that, and do videos walking around there. There are different cities to see in Vietnam, and I tell you what, I didn't realise, but there's 7 million Catholics in Vietnam. No, that's just under 6% or 7% of the population. And so the churches, unbelievable structures, and in Nam Dinh and Tai Binh they've got some amazing places. So I'm going to go and do some videoing around there. This is for Travel Agent Hanoi, of course, but you guys are subscribed to both. If you aren't, please do click on Travel Agent and subscribe, and I'll do some walkarounds there in different cities, places that people have never even seen. I mean, I doubt for 1 second any of you guys have been to Nam Dinh. Joanne would have been closest with Ninh Binh, but Nam Ding and Tai Bing, definitely not. Yeah, so just read up on this. Yeah, you'll be coming over the immigrants, Johan, on the fishing boats. Yeah, it's just shocking. We'll all have to hire a boat and get you all over here. I'll get locked up. There's been talk of the quarantine dropping to 7 days now. So, but this thing keeps increasing to 21, 14, 21, 14, 7, 14, 7. So at the end of the day, nobody can come here to be a tourist anyway. So I don't know why they're bothering with this quarantine news. I haven't done a Vietnam vaccine news for over a week since I've been in the hospital, so I didn't bother with that, but I might do that one maybe tomorrow for the other channel. Yeah, I do have, it's not set up yet. It will tell you that it's been recently bought, and that's going to be us, virtualtoursvietnam.com. So we're going to do something. I've got a tour guide set up in Ninh Binh already, so just need to set things up, go from there, get the company organised as well, do it legitimately, but it's going to be online only. Oh, alright, so AstraZeneca, right? Yeah. Oh, that's another thing I meant to mention, guys. We're not done yet. I was struggling for things to say, but we're not done yet. The sister-in-law who lives here, she came into our house the other day and said, "Oh, you want the vaccine?" I was like, "Eh?" Yeah, but which vaccine? She, "Oh, I don't know yet." So I said, "Well, why am I getting the vaccine?" It's, "Oh, it's community, the whole community." Right, okay, so they must have, I mean, I've already registered using an app on here. I'll try and find it. So you register to be vaccinated. Now, this is the app here. That's what it's called, Sequoia or something. Yeah. So basically, that's going to be how you register to the vaccine. And basically, I've done that already, registered. But then the sister-in-law's come along and said, "Oh, show me your passport, we'll get you registered." So I'm registered again. So obviously I won't be getting two lots, but they're looking like the sort of getting ready to vaccinate this community, but I don't know. I really don't know when. I'm keeping tabs on what vaccines are coming in, and a lot of them are going down to Ho Chi Minh City, and they were running out. They got another 500,000-600,000 the other day. Binh Duong ran out. They need some more vaccines. I haven't looked at the news today or last night, so maybe some more coming in, but they need a big shipment of 50 million, 70 million or something to get cracking on with it, to try and get us to open up. But they're getting 500,000 here and a million there and 2 million, 3 million. They had 5 million Moderna delivered. Pfizer, they're expecting 50 million in the fourth quarter. Well, you know, it could be October, it could be end of December. So who knows? If it's the beginning of October, that's a challenge. That's a chance. But yeah, my mate Tim, he's in Bathurst. He said that he was waiting for the Pfizer, but his thoughts are that if you can't even travel, why not wait for the next one? But I'm seeing news now in the UK of people, anti-vaxxers, don't want the vaccine and ended up dying. There's one guy, 42-year-old climber, fit as you like. He didn't want to take the vaccine. He'd been reading all this news about it, you know, this disinformation, if you like, and he ended up dying from it. And he was laid on his deathbed, just really annoyed that he didn't take the vaccine in the UK. So he's dead now. And also one guy, his brother, mum and dad died within a week. He lost his brother. He heard his mum and dad screaming. He lost his dad. Heard his mum screaming. And then that was it. 3 of them gone. They didn't want to take the vaccine. So, you know, these people who don't want to take the vaccines, at all, not talking about people who want to wait, but those people who don't want to take the vaccines at all are dying. So, I think I think you're right, Joanne. Just get the vaccine when you can, because you never know. With this, especially with Delta variant, I don't even know where this Delta variant is. Is it in Australia as well now? I don't know. Yeah, needs a huge shipment. US could help more. Yeah, I mean, they've sent 5 million through the COVAX facility already, the Moderna. The UK, I'm really annoyed with the UK. You know, obviously they're going to deal with their own people first, and my family are there, okay, but they've donated. They said they're going to donate 420,000 to Vietnam. Now, okay, there's a lot of countries out there that need it, and supposedly I think they're donating 80 million. But yeah, 420,000 isn't going to cut it, really, is it? I mean, that's Tai Binh and Nam Ding province, really. Nam Ding city and Tai Binh city. I think that's about 200 and something thousand, 300,000. Hi. My son Will. When you hear "Daddy," "Hi, Daddy," it melts you. But when you hear it 3,000 times a day. Yeah, but I tell you one thing, when I came back from the hospital after dealing with something this big, the face and the fingers and the toes, little package like this, dealing with this, coming home, Will seemed like a giant. His face, his arms, his legs, his head, when I was kissing him on the cheek, everything, it was like, wow. It felt as if he'd grown, you know, but you know, obviously it was just a total difference between Leah and Will. So Delta is everywhere, yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people taking Astra. I mean, my mum's taken AstraZeneca, and she's just 18 years older than me. 68. She's taken it, and she's been fine, Joanne. So I think my mum's older than you. It is a very minute percentage, isn't it, that are getting these blood clots? But it's still, you know, a worry, you know, taking it. I haven't had a chance to take any vaccine. I'm not even sure what vaccine we're going to get. My wife's a bit worried about getting the Russian one, or I doubt we're going to get the Chinese one, because there were only 500,000 delivered, so they've all gone to the Chinese mainly. Yeah, I mean, AstraZeneca's worked in the UK mostly, and it's all very worrying, I suppose, especially when it comes to the time when right, here's the shot, take it or leave it if you like. But 5 weeks lockdown, Sydney. Yeah. Yeah, so sad times, unfortunately. So yeah, we're obviously thinking about different revenue streams, or new revenue streams, because the travel agency is obviously not going to be offering people travel services, expat or otherwise. The expats have all disappeared. Not all of them, but most of them. I think a lot of the vloggers have gone. So there's quite a few in Da Nang that went, but at the end of the day, we never got many expats doing our choosing our services anyway. So it's kind of not a loss of business as such. It's a lost opportunity in a way, if Vietnam was contained, but didn't really lose anything. It was all outside tourists that were coming in that used our services mainly. They obviously can't come in, so we have to think of something else. But here in the village, there's not really much I can actually make money with, because people are pretty poor. They don't earn that much. I mean, you've seen the rice videos. They make about 8 million from about 1.3 tons. They keep a bit behind so they don't go hungry. They'll never go hungry, because there's bags and bags of rice in the store cupboard now. Yeah. Refuse to wear masks, refuse to stay home, refuse to stop visiting family and friends. So that's what happens. Yeah, it's terrible. People don't believe it until the last minute, and some people have said on their deathbed that they wish they'd got vaccinated, or wish they'd done this, or wish they'd done that. And so, yeah. I've got to get back into my training. I haven't done any training for over a week, 2 weeks now, since not getting any sleep. I haven't had any energy. But recently Leah's been sleeping too much. We tried to wake her up this morning to feed her. She won't wake up. She's dead to the world. So she's actually sleeping longer now. So actually last night we woke up late. Should have woke up about 1 o'clock to feed her, but we woke up at 3. And then at 6 she wasn't awake. 7 she wasn't awake. After 7 she eventually got her awake, so she sleeps sound. Yeah, so last time I saw my mum was when she came here, I think, was it Will's birthday? I can't remember now. Was it 2 years or 3 years? Yeah, no, it's been a long time. I actually saw her last night when we FaceTime, but physically, no, a long time. I've got subscribers on the Travel Agent Hanoi channel that haven't seen their son, who actually lives in Hanoi. She's a regular subscriber. Kathy. She made a donation as well, and got friends to donate as well. So that's brilliant. So below 50 cases, now over 300. 4th wave. So you got a 4th wave as well. Bloody hell! It's going to get into the double figures in some countries, isn't it? I mean, even UK's in a wave, but they've vaccinated. Was it 3/4? 75% have got 2 doses. Is that right? That's a lot, but still not happening. Still getting deaths. Working class man, his lunch. Okay, Joanne, thanks very much. Stay safe, and good luck with the final test. I think you've already had the final test, haven't you? So it should be a few days when you leave quarantine or you're home. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Joanne, and thanks for your extra donation as well. That's brilliant. Kathy, you've got some catching up to do. Only joking. There's quite. I haven't had a look at the page for a while, so I'll have a quick look, see what we're at now. I was 5th at 850, 4th with 1073. Nice one. But I don't understand. But Alison's got 1295 and she's 5th. I don't understand. Yeah, I don't know that. There's others that have got 1110. So I don't know. Yeah, as soon as I put those guys' donations in that have donated already, that should shoot up. So thanks again, guys. Oh yeah, cheers Dave, no worries mate. The video I sent out was yesterday, but we'd been home a few days, and Kathy got to see a preview of it. For some reason, I don't know how that happened. It was unlisted. If it's private, it doesn't get shown, but unlisted somehow it sneaks through. But yeah, thanks Dave. We've got a good few years to go. I was talking to a friend of mine. His name's Simon. I used to play football with him in the Royal Air Force for the Wednesday afternoon Air Force team. I used to play football with him on the Saturday afternoon village team and a Sunday morning village team. So I know him quite well. He's gone bald just like me, but he's had kids, and he's they're all grown up now, and he's mentioning that the first 23 years are the hardest, and he's glad he did it in his 30s. God, I'm 50 and just starting, so God knows what happens when I'm 73. I hope I'm still bike riding and walking and training, because Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone are in the 70s. Jean-Claude Van Damme, I know they're kind of up there with, you know, super beings. They are just unbelievable people. Let's say in the 70s still training, but I hope I am still doing something. I don't want to be sitting on my backside doing nothing, eating digestive biscuits and egg and chips every day. I don't want to be doing that. So nice, thank you, Kathy. That's brilliant. I tell you, that 1500 is going to get smashed, so I'm going to have to increase the target again. I don't know whether increasing the target works against me or for me. Has anybody else done charity work that they've come across this effect? Yeah, well, yeah. By that time, David, I'm hoping so. I'm hoping that one of them or both of them will take over the business earlier, or we'll get a manager in before then. I don't want to be doing this past 60. Might have to if this pandemic lasts so long, but yeah, hopefully they'll be looking after me at that time. 70s. I don't know where I'll be. I don't think I'll be doing Vietnam Village Life channel. He might take that over. You never know. I could dish that out onto somebody else. But we were looking to move back to the UK. Get a house and just chill out somewhere in the north, near Whitby in the northeast. We've got the North Yorkshire moors, lots of walking to be done around there. The beach, not beaches like in Australia, but beaches nevertheless. And Scarborough's down the road, which is quite fun. Fish and chips, can't beat it. I did have a plan, because when I was a kid, I was well into the RNLI, which is the Royal National Lifeboat Institute. Now, where I used to live, Redcar, was the first ever lifeboat, the Zetland, and you could look that up if you like. I always wanted to be a lifeboatman, but they're volunteers. They're volunteering service, and you've got to be under 55 to volunteer. So I think I'm going to miss the boat, so to speak. I wanted to move to Whitby and be a volunteer for the RNLI, so that whenever there's a problem at sea, I'd get on my bike and race to the what's it, and get on the boat. Now, I'm not a great swimmer, but I really wanted to do that, because that was something I've always wanted to do since I was about, I don't know, since I was about 10, 8, something like that. So the chances of doing that are probably very slim now, because I doubt I'm going to get to move to England before I'm 55, with this pandemic now stretching out another year maybe, without the funds. My mum's expecting me to come home for Christmas 2022. I doubt that's going to happen either. Won't be able to do that. We'll have 4 kids, two kids who will be full price or half price fares, plus us. We won't be able to afford that. So, and she said she's not going to travel until it's absolutely all over. So that's not going to happen, is it? So I'm not going to bloody see her again at this rate. When this pandemic is over, I have a strange feeling you will be swamped in too much work. I hope there's too much. Yeah, I mean, that would be brilliant. I was working 15, 16 hour days, earning what we did, and it wasn't a lot. I mean, a lot of people earn more than that in their work in 1 year, and I was doing it for the family, 15, 16 hour days every day, even weekends. So it wasn't as if I was getting every customer booking either. I was doing a lot of itineraries that people didn't even reply to, or didn't like, or used it themselves to do it themselves. It's a very difficult thing. So that was another reason. Another income stream I was thinking about was consultancy for travel agent Hanoi. Basically, give them an hour's consultancy about, you know, where you should go for the time that you have, and what to explore, and maybe charge a consultancy fee for that. My friend did say, well, that's going to cut your clients they're not going to book with you. And so, but you know, people are going to be quite interested in still using our services, because it's not all about just getting the information about where to go and that. It's about getting the right hotel in the right location. It's about getting the right tour with the right tour operator, with not huge amounts of people, like 30, 40 people in a group. You don't want small groups or private. It's all about taxis, transfers, getting the reliable people doing that, and the right airlines as well. Getting on the right airlines, because that can make a difference between airlines and trains as well. I mean, we had a customer who wanted to test out the train service between Hue and I think Nha Trang. It took him 2 days because of the rains, the floods. He had to get on a coach to go around the floods to get on another train, and stuck on a train for 5 hours. And things like that could happen when you book something on your I mean, that book with us, but that was the weather. But things like this can happen on other occasions as well. So I'm hoping people understand that it isn't just a case of turning up and doing the thing on your own. So I'm hoping to still generate some kind of interest in the business. Yeah, I hope it is over very soon, but I still think it's another year. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think a lot of people are. Yeah, and don't keep spending it on charities, David. You've got money there to spend, but don't go mad. Don't go on Amazon or eBay or wherever. Keep hold of that money. Do you want to come to Vietnam? I'll take you out for a few beer hoys and what have you. But yeah, there's people itching to get out of the country, I suppose, and out of their own town. Me, for one, I want to get back to England, see my mum and family and my auntie and everyone, my cousins, and show off how big Will has got, and also the new baby. So basically, it's something I want to do as well. Yeah, the large groups they're mainly for budget travellers, really, because there are Sapa tours, trekking, and we used them early in the beginning because we had backpackers coming in. They wanted to book a tour, and when they booked it, they've complained. And we thought, what are we doing? What's the point? We got them the price that they wanted, but it had to be such a standard to get that price that we only made about $2, $3 off each person. So it wasn't even worth it. So then we went up onto smaller groups, basically large groups, 30, 40 people. The tour guide is not going to be able to speak to you all. But now we tend to stick to private tours. So like the 3-day Sapa trek that I did, that was with my own guide. That was just me and her, and just walking through the rice fields and terraces, and staying at her home and a friend's homestay. It's the best way to do it. Big groups, they would stay in a big commercialised homestay, which is geared for everyone. They all sleep on the floor anyway, in mattresses, with a mozzie net. But it's just a totally different feeling. It's not exactly a minority village home. It's not quite the same. So yeah, you get what you pay for in a way. You pay cheap, then you're going to get really, really crappy sort of group tour. Nice one, Kathy. You remind me of my great aunt, my mum's aunt, Marjorie. Her and Uncle Stan. She's, I think, 96, and Stan is 90, 91. They used to, they're loaded. They used to keep their money in the floorboards or under the bed or something, until the family managed to persuade them to stick it in a bank. They did it for years. Never trusted banks, but get burgled and it's gone, isn't it? So, well, we're coming up to nearly 2 hours. That's not bad. Well, I think, how many people have we had online? 68 playbacks. What was the most online? 11. That's not bad. 11. Yeah, that's the maximum. 11 people online. Average watch time 12 minutes 26. So this is, I mean, this is all good for my channel's watched hours as well. It was a way of, it's not exactly moving around seeing anything, but at least you get to chat and also help the channel a little bit as well. So I'm trying to figure out a way of doing the live stream through the mobile. There was an app that I used last time, and I'm still thinking it was because Will was on his own in the video, because I was digging up sand and taking it out the back, and he was left on his own digging up sand. So YouTube saw that and actually took down my channel. So I was a bit worried it was the app, but I think it was because of the fact that he was on his own. So I deleted the video, and they said, oh, there's no reason to be banned, so you're back up. And I think that's right. They didn't tell me what was wrong. They just said I'm back online. So hello, what are you doing, Ginger? Go. Oh, you're playing with a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to come and say hello? You want to come and say hello? I'm talking to people on the film. Come here. Come here. Say hello.
Hello.
So go. Hi.
Hi.
See yourself. Hey, big boy. Right, go on. Go and see Deb. Go and see Deb. Yeah. Where's Deb? Is he watching TV or not? No. See you later. A quick view of Will. I don't know. Deb, though. Ask Nana. Ask Nana. Deb, though. Yeah, he's in the house for a bit, but it's a lot cooler now. I'm still warm, but I've been drinking hot tea. So, but God, Ginger, you stink. I washed Ginger 2 days ago with really good shampoo, and she stinks again. So I'm gonna have to do it again today, for some reason. Yeah, he should be taking over the business pretty soon. Right, I think, well, we're at nearly 9:30, so I think I'll call that a day, guys. Thanks for joining in. That's a good nearly 2 hours, that. So if most of you have been online for that long, that would be brilliant. There's a little one, a red envelope, Lisi. Oh, it's like, is that like a Tet envelope, David? Yeah, definitely. Huge. Okay, so we're a bit delayed here, but I just want to say thank you for the donations. That's unbelievable. Oh, what's the matter? Oh no. Well, Daddy finished here now, okay? I'll sit here. Go on then. You sit here.
Yeah.
Alright, so bye. You were kind of upset, but now you're not upset. Say hello. Hey. Okay, so thanks guys. I'll see you again. Oh, Marcus, you just joined us at the end. You can watch it back through and play back, I think. So so cheers guys. See you again. Say bye bye.